So Brighton 0, Arsenal 3. It wasn't the prettiest performance in the rain. Starting 11 had a few changes that raised an eyebrow, especially for me anyway. But Kenny, we limited them to 2 shots on target. We kept another clean sheet. We ended up with 3 goals. Is it any coincidence that as soon as we took them City rejects off the pitch, we looked a lot better? And the 2 Chelsea rejects, ironically, were 2 of the better players on the pitch. And both chipped in with the goals.
Yeah, but I think in terms of like Zinchenko, he wasn't part of the wider weight club again, especially when those crossfield balls went over. But that it's risk and reward. But one of the things that you do question the selection of Zinchenko is that if you're not going to be in the ball from a sort of attacking point of view, and he's not going to invert, then you say, why is he in the team for? Surely the reason why he's in the team because we're going to be on the front foot. We're going to be the ones in attack. So we don't really have to worry too much about defence. But by playing him, he thinks that he's playing him in lieu of the Champions League games, in lieu of the later games where maybe, just maybe, teams we maybe need to be on the ball, especially at home, because that's the only tactical reason I can think of why Mikel played him. In terms of Jesus got himself into really, really good positions. Won the penalty, but again, I can tell you categorically now, Jesus is a yard off the pace. Not for, and the only reason why he's a yard off the pace, he hasn't come back from injury. Seriously, you can say people might say it's an excuse, but it's actually a medical fact. You're not going to be the explosive player you were if you've had like a cruciate injury and then you've had to come back after having a setback to that same injury. There's no way you're going to have that kind of place. We're probably, if we're patient, probably see the best of him this season. But the situation is that is he a more intelligent player on the ball in that position than Martinelli? Again, someone come back from injury. Yes. Is he quicker than Trossard? Yes. But and that's the thing you need to sort of like take into consideration why team selection made. One thing he did do, he did draw Brighton, the defenders. He did try and make things happen. And there were times when he was in positions near the ball. For me, the man of the match was, and the best player on the pitch was Kai.
With who?
Was Kai Havertz.
Oh, I agree. Oh, 100%. Yeah,
100%.
He looked good on that right side today. He looked very good out on that right side. Yeah, and for me, listen, Kenny, that weren't a pretty game, but we're not going to have pretty games. And I don't care if they're pretty, right? But for me, when I looked at 11 and when I see the way the game went for 40 minutes, 45, 50 minutes, 55, 60 minutes, 65, and I'm thinking, 1 lapse and we're finished. Yeah, because then all of a sudden it's panic. And the way I'm seeing like Gabriel Magalhaes like doing some like movements over here on the left wing, and then I'm seeing this, and the gap between Jesus and Zinchenko was 30 yards on defence. When we brought Tommy and Trossard on, as soon as Tommy was engaging, Trossard dropped back in. It's almost like they know him. It was so much more solid. And I know they were chasing the game, Brighton, which gave us more space, but we were ruthless on them counters.
Oh, definitely, especially as compared to the second half. We're much more ruthless. But you look at the players that were in those chances. Kai Havertz, despite the way he started, he is a goal threat. Trossard, there's goals. There's goals in him. For his time in English football with Brighton and Arsenal, there's always a goal threat. So when Trossard went through on goal,
that was such a good goal, man.
Or you could basically go and make a cup of tea because you're going to put that one chance away. It wasn't so much like the Man City game. The Man City chance, he had to sort of stretch it, and it was a chance where he had to take a bit quicker. This one, he had more time. The keeper was one who had to make the decision. Once the keeper went down, he was going to dink it. He had enough time. The Man City one, I don't think he had the time. So, it's very good to have players like Havertz and Trossard, be amongst the goals. But in terms of like how we're playing, any other season, if you were to ask anyone that I'm with now, who would you put your money on to win the title? It'd be Arsenal. Because we actually look like the best team to win this title. However, and I say big however, you got Liverpool, concede goals but score 3 or 4, and that's enough. And they got 2 points on us. Man City today, they started pretty bad against Crystal Palace, but they got De Bruyne, they got all these creative players. That's going to be the equaliser.
We're more
Yeah, and he didn't need to get a game. It's all about Real Madrid. But the fact is
that didn't even get a game.
but you'd think that Foden's going to feature more when they play in Spain, on Tuesday. So at the end of the day, the onus is now we both teams have put pressure on Liverpool. Liverpool have to do their stuff. But saying that now, I can't see how we can be broken down. I don't see how teams are going to score against us.
The only way we break down is if we self-destruct. Yeah, and the way I say that is if we play Zinchenko in a load more of these games, he causes panic, right? We've seen that in the 2 games against Luton, and again, I know we've kept clean sheets, and they were probably the ideal games to play in. To get his fitness back up. Same with Jesus. He did a job against City, sat down against Luton, and then did all right in certain bits today. But when you're asking him to score a goal, he can't, and then when you're asking him to defend, he can't. And then 2 things could go together when you're 7 games to go. You can't rip that from me.
Well, that's the situation. The onus, regardless whether we win the league or not, or whether we win the Champions League or not, the onus is to strengthen whenever you're on top of your game in terms of like winning trophies or challenges. You've got to buy when you're strong. The areas that Arsenal need to look at next season, 100%, it's got to be at left back, especially on that side, and definitely they've got to look at the centre forward situation because even though that seems like like sacrilege, the fact that we've got the best goal difference, but we're in a different competition. Games are going to be tight, from this against Bayern, regardless of the fact that they're in dreadful form. They lost again today. A striker will make a difference, but next season there are areas where we've got to improve. And Dan Zinchenko's side, Dan up front, players. You mentioned Zinchenko, the Man City reject, and you mentioned another Man City, what you call a Man City reject in Jesus. Those are 2 areas where Arsenal have to improve. We have to make a decision and take a punt on that striker. Also, we've got to go at left back, look at Zinchenko and say, look, we could be even more solid there. Those are areas where we're going to have to prove anyway. So next season, if we want to go on a spree where we can dominate English football, we have to improve those positions, and that's what we're going to have to do. But moving forward, the fact is, I said it on the podcast, I mentioned to my brother as well, he's not too far away, that although people had this down as a difficult game, I don't see how Brighton can keep on selling the family silver and expect to be strong. It doesn't make any footballing sense how you're about to do that.
Southampton Part 2, Kenny, they'll be relegated in 3 years.
Well, yeah, if you keep on, because what will happen is you look at Zerbi, there's a lot of things he wants to do and how he wants to play, but he can't do that with the personnel he has, especially when you couple that with the injuries. The fact is that there's an avalanche of players. There's an avalanche of players who they've sold. In my opinion, it's not workable. But this out of Brighton show is an Arsenal show. But what I will say is that if we do want to sort of win the title, that's the way to go.
Mate, we've just got to sit there on a pray along tomorrow, hope and pray that Liverpool drop points somewhere, hopefully at Old Trafford tomorrow. And if that is the case, our goal difference, we've got our goal difference back to where it was above City from 2 games ago. It's plus 11 now. Yeah, they caught it up the other night against Villa. Yeah, we've caught it back up against them. So listen, it's nice the fact that we've got a better goal difference than both of them. But at the same time, yes, we're above both of them right now, and we've played the same as City. Liverpool are going under the radar. Nobody's mentioning Liverpool really like they're mentioning City or Arsenal. Yeah, and Liverpool can just go about their job in the Europa League as well. Let's hope Ten Hag's got something for them tomorrow, because if we're sat there top tomorrow, all of a sudden, we've got Bayern, go and get the first leg win against them on Unai Emery. They're without Douglas Luiz, he got suspended, by the way. 98 minutes card.
Yeah, I heard someone said that. But one thing we'll say.
He's gone, guys. Make sure you sub to the channel, people. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972. He's either gone under a tunnel or he's had a phone call coming in. But listen.
No. I'll stay where you are. I'll be back.
Go on, mate.
Yeah, this has gone over tunnel. Hello, I'm back.
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Go on.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that it's just that I'm just getting it. Ironically, I'm getting it to Brighton in order to get back to London. So I was just trying to see what sort of how I'm going to get back to London. But what I'm going to will say, if Arsenal are a point ahead or they're ahead in goal difference, we've got to now strike and take that chance, because I don't think that chance will come again if we drop points. So the onus will be on, if Liverpool drop points, then from now on we've got to go and make that dash for the front, which means perfect performances, home and away. I do think that this would be if the opportunity arises, Arsenal got to take it, because they're in form, they're scoring goals, they're not conceding goals. That's when they got to make that strike and win a championship.
100%. Listen, get home safely, mate.
So yeah,
and I'll see you Monday for the podcast, Kenny. Yeah, and hopefully we'll be sitting there with a 10-mile victory tomorrow, mate. Yeah, get home safe, all right, mate. Top man.
Come on, Arsenal.
Come on. Yeah, big up, man. Get home safe, all right. Big up to you.
Yeah, say hello.
How's it going, bro?
Come on, you're big as Kenny. Jesus Christ, these genes are crazy. Your family genes are mad.
He says we're both. I know we're both big lads. I know. Oh, see you later, Lee.
Love you, mate. Take care.
See you. Bye.
See you, mate.